I saw this before midnight from 2013 as well.
Play video games the whole flight, or you think you might actually crack a book?
Probably reads.
The Cinder is all grown up now. Just like after 20 years after the first movie,
Really great.
Thanks.
she's going to meet her again, I guess. I don't know what happened to the second movie, the ending.
The first thing you're gonna do when you really cherish this communication we have, it's just practicing the piano. Okay, you're really good, and they spend so much time at that school. Those Sesame things, right? They're really good.
Yeah.
Right? Yasu.
So it's like 43 now or something.
I'm not that good.
Oh no, you're pretty good.
I missed summer training camp, so the chances of me starting are minuscule. But I'm not serious, Dad. I don't care that much.
You have to decide right now. Just think about it. All I'm saying is that team sports are important. Here we are. Excited about seeing your mom?
Yeah, and all my friends.
Yeah, right. What about your boarding pass?
Is she going to meet her? Means the other girlfriend, I guess. The one she born him.
Come here. Oh, God.
I wouldn't bother.
What makes you say that?
Would it be easier if you didn't come to recital? Just be better if you visited on a nothing weeks because Mom hates you so much. She'd be really stressed if you were there and then be tense for me. You wouldn't have any time to hang out anyway.
Don't worry about that. We'll figure that. You know how much I miss you, right?
I think she hates Daniel more than she hates you.
There's like two boys or
I
something.
don't know.
But you know that I love you, right?
Yeah, I know. This
Okay.
has been the best summer of my life.
I told you this whole Greece thing was gonna be great.
And it was.
Right. I love you, pal.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh, okay. He knocked her up, then they got to Cinderella already.
The wind turbines?
Read it was great for the region.
So what happened?
And now they've decided that they don't like the way it looks.
Can they do that?
Yes,
I
of
Mm-hmm.
mean-
course they've done it. That's it. It's over.
Are they Cinderella before him or
It's so
maybe after
frustrating.
him,
I can't
right?
take it anymore, that job with Remy.
No, you don't want to work for him. You guys been getting a lot of good work done. Not like that guy the whole time you worked for him before. You complained about him.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, every time I look at that guy, all I see is ambition.
Okay.
I think you're gonna be miserable. All right.
My decision. I'm
Poli-
tired of being the do-gooder
politicking
that
is that a
rolls over
word?
the hill and
Spins at his assistant and stuff.
it's the best opportunity ever, and it's more money, and I'm doing it.
Oh, no. I don't have an opinion. No, I just don't want to see you rush into it. All right,
I'm
then just
doing it.
then do it.
I'm doing it.
There's always a kid.
We finally have a vacation, and the girls are sick for the first 2 weeks. Can't clean up after himself or learn how to shave.
Talking about Captain Cleanup over here.
Captain
right?
Cleanup.
Yeah.
Captain Cleanup.
What'd you expect at this point in your life, Missy?
And they're so cute. They look like conjoined twins.
Did Al finish that apple?
Food out of your child's mouth.
Yeah.
Don't eat that.
Of your father stealing food from you.
I'm teaching you the value of sharing. I love you.
Stealing without consent.
Girls were.
Please stop filming me.
Okay.
Fuck
Why
up
did
yours. You just
the
get
phone look like a deaf?
I was a little girl. I had this cat named Cleopatra. Jump the fence and get pregnant. And always, and 2 kitties. Every time, every year, those cute little kittens. And I was like, what?
Killing? What?
There were 7 kittens in that litter. Put them in a little plastic bag with a bunch of ether.
That's
The lie he and my mom had told me as a kid. That
And this is not a slasher killer.
fluffiest, cutest. To see the ruins.
Yeah, but shit, we can catch him.
You know, we will.
Oh, nature ruins. What's so great about you anyway?
Littering Andy.
I'm a valuable lesson. If you snooze, you lose. And this
We
week.
just never felt comfortable, boys. Your fault
Okay,
again.
well, we are.
About him. We spoke a bunch, and you know what his main concerns in life: pimples and how girls perceive him. The apple doesn't fall far. I'm not complaining. I'm getting a lot of attention.
Ogle
Like you
girls.
think
I
I-
don't ogle girls. I'm with my eyes.
Oh wow, which guy? Or is it
May
green?
seductive.
What?
That little Melina girl. Why do you think he said it was the best summer?
They kissed?
Yeah, they kissed. Yeah. Okay, I was sworn to secrecy, but so cute, all nervous, all red, biting his cheek.
What if they ended up spending their whole life together?
You're so corny. A 12-year-old
I'm just-
girl.
it's-
I mean, first virgin at 23. I
You
don't
said first love, not first section.
like
Love,
first person
really?
I ever fell in love with.
Pretty
I
much.
don't
The
think.
fir-
So are you? Come on.
Why is he bringing this up?
Oh, working on our little night.
Hell
tonight.
yeah, I got a Trojan.
I'm stuck with an American teenager. Oh, later. I'm not sure I want to go. Hey, hi, sweetie. From London. Have a good flight. Bye. What?
I just don't think I can keep doing this.
You're doing what?
Christmas, it's like,
What makes me ill?
it just wouldn't be so bad, if Mom and I got along a little bit better. School 4 more years, and he's gonna be on his own. I feel like I should be there for him, like it's now or never.
I mean,
Overwhelming parents.
Next thing you know, it's college applications.
Yeah, you're right. Tell mom all this and ask if you can come and live with us. You'd love it. You can back home. His mother.
No. Please, never again. Throws like a girl. It's my
It's
fault.
like a liar
Father is supposed
situation.
to teach you that.
Okay, you just.
Turning 14 and he needs to date his father.
See, I'm not moving to Chicago.
What did I ask you to? One thing I promised myself I would never do, and I look up and I read the letters.
No,
that
of course
I
he reads them. He just doesn't compliment the
I
writing
just
the way
know
you
that
want.
if I miss...
This is how people start breaking up.
Oh my God.
And they're going
No,
to
I'm marking this. This
break
is the
up.
day you like the ticking bomb.
First off, you don't light a ticking bomb. Okay, you set it. It has
Oh,
a
okay,
timer.
whatever.
That's why.
You're unhappy, you blame it on the other person. Resentment grows everything. Actually surprised we lasted this long.
Oh, okay. So here comes I.
Next time you're going
And
east.
they just agreeing now.
Believe me. Oh, they were
Catch him on the way back when we're going to the airport.
exactly.
Okay.
You're
Really good at lying.
La pomme, elle était finie cette pomme. Okay, I'm the general. Cherchez du papier toilette.
Oui.
Et là, vous allez chercher les rouleaux de papier qui clean up. You don't touch anything.
D'accord.
Oh!
Joke in our family that this brought us back together and that. Must be a little weird for Celine, man, the way she's in the book like that, no? This is the plane and they block out the windows and they have sex for days and days and days like you did that, huh?
Have you read Jesse's third book?
No, the third one I didn't read. I mean, my wife gave it to me, but it's just a little bit too long for me.
Very cast members of a long-running but little-seen production of a play called Fleet.
How much more ambitious?
They wrote the second book too.
Tomatoes are so amazing. It smells so good. Now that we're about to leave, I don't want to go. So full of thousands of years of myth and tragedy.
But the Minotaur was going to eat your children.
Yeah, exactly.
All these brain abnormalities is a condition that makes you feel like you're in a perpetual state of deja vu. She feels like she's had it before. Didn't you already say that? I mean, weren't we here yesterday having this exact same movie? She's convinced she's encountered it already.
That's a real...
Other characters with
Deja
facial
vu.
recognition extreme recognize his wife for 20 years. Let's connect with that man he's looking at. Middle-aged housewife with a categorical, exacting memory of every face she's ever seen. It's the driver who dropped me off at Place de Vosges 3 Christmases ago. She meets, to her, feels intimate and connected.
Well, I'm just...
Achilles! Anna, hey.
Hey, look at this kid.
It's a whole group of people. It's like I'm working on a chapter right after you, and this guy is caught in a loop where all he sees is the transient
Gladiator
nature of
movie.
it. Today it's going to be dry and littered with fossils. No, it won't be pretentious, I promise. I promise. No, it's going to be the last person to read this.
That's funny? I think he just thinks about death.
Well, he's seeing too far into the future.
An old man like me, a poor sap who can't remember what he had for breakfast, danced topless on the bar at Jury's when he was 14.
What?
Okay?
It's
So
like
what's the connection?
projecting.
Are they gonna have sex?
Every character in some way comes in contact with the film On the Waterfront.
Yep.
Opening
Yeah,
weekend
great
Times
acting.
Square, 1950.
Time.
Yeah, it's time, but it's more perception.
Don't listen to him, he makes bicycles. Send it to me in galleys.
Stuffing too much because of the weight overflows in the oven later, and she's never made this dish before, or any other dish for that matter.
Αγαπούλα μου, δεν κόβει. Δεν κόβει σου λέει.
With knives?
We're negotiating.
It's like dangerous.
Negotiating. I thought it was called a relationship, but I like system. That's pretty good. Systema.
Too far, you guys! Arrives from the university inviting us to the southern Peloponnese house of a great writer. This has been the greatest summer of his life.
That's nice.
All right, and I have to say the same for all the ways you're giving back, all right? So to Patrick.
For one who had a partner more interesting than themselves.
Buena brincana, she let me sit at the table of the grown-ups.
Perdita, the Winter's Tale.
And she was fantastic.
Yeah,
Remember, Patrick, we went to
acting
that?
class.
Wish you a way of the sea that you might ever do nothing but that.
We drove around all night, and then I had to drive her back to the theater.
12,000 people, but it was now completely empty. I could see his mouth move, and then 3 seconds later, I could hear his voice in my ear.
Can be
And then
rebel.
she had to fly back to Paris a couple of days later.
Apart, we have a thing of putting our laptop by the pillow and fall asleep together.
Funny position, like...
God, you're being so vulgar.
No, I'm not being vulgar. I'm just
What
being
is he
amateur
asking?
anthropologist. First, that's the sex of the near future. Okay. To your genitals, I'm sorry. And you'll be having virtual intercourse. Marilyn Monroe to whisper in your ear.
The one is still better.
A computer can write a book better than War and Peace.
It'll never happen.
Remember all those chess players felt when they could no longer compete with that big ass...
Ineffable human instinct,
Experiment on a lab rat, a switch, and have an orgasm. We're sort of laughing at this pathetic little creature while it ignores food. Eventually just died.
Yes, coming.
And died.
You're obsessed, porn-addled, materialist, seedy.
It's not that big. It's a small part of myself, but it needs a lot of attention.
It's true.
She important.
And tell you what it's like to have sex with me right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
And I read about it and went to look for it.
Oh, that's pretty romantic.
He was married, had a
Not
kid.
really.
Yeah, that part was a disaster. First time we have sex without a condom? Twins.
It's after
No, it has some
him.
upside. Go down the middle.
can't
It
beat
builds
me
their
at one
confidence.
game,
If
not
I didn't
any
let him
game.
win at every game, he's actually a closet macho. Dreams of having a bimbo for a while.
It's my greatest
Dream.
aspiration.
You're a writer?
what is this, bro?
Wow, I've never met a writer before. You must be really smart. Your name sometimes when I'm tired. Really beautiful love story.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Romeo and
Juliet.
Oh, you know it.
It's very good, yeah. It's a
Not
play.
acting down.
No, it's not a book, a play.
Can't take
Why? Attracted to this woman!
I'm getting full custody.
Oh. The 20-year-old girlfriend will be a little bit preoccupied.
My name's Katerina. You're coming out of a coma. You've been in a... Okay.
Why is he laughing?
You're gonna be fine. Would be to ask about everyone else. How are my kids? Look down at their cock.
Make sure it's still working. You have to.
And alive and kicking.
Yeah. Penis first and the rest of the world.
Why does any woman waste time getting mad at or bother trying to change a man?
You're so good at turning things around.
Getting
Genius.
pissed at a frog for
Changing
being
subject.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
We know that we are going to break up eventually.
Skewed by their own perspective. Come on
They
now.
wouldn't still be together.
Spent 3 pages on the costume she did for a play, and only 1 paragraph on her husband. Big advice was to not be too consumed with romantic love, friendships, and work.
I mean, that's the thing that...
The what? Come on now.
Not the love of one other person that matters, it's the love of life.
Legion of Money, which is short for maniac.
I can't make that hotel room tonight. Could you get a refund?
No, it's such a great gift you've given us, but I'm so stressed.
We'll be very offended if you don't go.
I guess they're going.
Well, the way he used to lie down next to me, arm would stretch along my chest, and I even held my breath. He was whistling, walking down the street. I've been forgetting little things,
Alzheimer's.
sort of losing him again. Make myself remember every detail of his face. The texture of his skin was all gone by the time he went.
Why do you want to remember me? Come on now.
Cloud moves away, and there he is. I could almost touch him. He vanishes again.
At first, I thought you were going to tell me the story about the guy that has an imaginary friend. You read that you wrote when you were 20 to yourself at 40.
Yeah, I remember not divorced.
No, I didn't even remember that part. I meant all the other things. We're evolving, but maybe we can't change that much.
I just wanted time to speed up. I could be free from my parents and wake up and be an adult. And now I
Why
feel
you
like
don't
that
want to be
happened. I just
adult?
wanna- Is it happening right now?
It is.
I know. When I was younger, me and all my writer friends, we were doing something important. You know, like this was our time.
All a bunch of arrogant little pricks, right?
All this energy, you know,
Mm.
this
It's
creativity
ballet.
or whatever ambitions.
Have this thing about comparing themselves all the time. Do that all the time.
Do what? What do you
It
mean?
was like
Competition is better though. Come on.
Compare ourselves to maybe. Most women
No,
would
it's
do
hard.
anything and raise kids and were stranded at home before they could finally do what
Joan of Arc, right? I mean, she was a teenager and she
Yes, Gandhi.
the stake and a virgin. Okay, nothing I aspire to. Just this, us walking, having a conversation.
I mean, how long's it been since we just wandered around bullshit? Nothing being knocked over, nothing we have to clean up, no injustices.
You beat a woman pregnant with twins.
It's better
Such a
than losing
gentleman.
to a pregnant woman with...
I can tell you every detail of the past 7 years, okay, based on what was happening in the girls'
Tina got the chicken pox first, quickly followed by Ella.
I'm so impressed.
Star?
Maybe.
Maybe sex.
Hey, can I ask time to down a train? Would you find me attractive?
Oh, hell no.
Would you ask me to get off the train with you?
No, I
A
saw it.
theoretical question. I mean, what would technically wouldn't I be cheating on you?
I wanted you to say something romantic and you blew it,
Okay. I walk right up to you and I say, hey, baby, Tony, there's a billy goat in a pepper patch.
Stop it. You failed the test. And the fact is, you would not pick me up on a train.
But in the real
Yes, I'm
world,
setting
Baldy, okay, on game day, when it's the best thing I ever did.
Really?
Right?
Look at the goats.
Hey.
Horny billy goat? How creepy. I'm creeped out right now. Either. You've gotten so
Pushing 50s.
never thought I'd sleep with anyone over 40. You're the oldest guy I've ever slept with.
I know I'm not the oldest guy you've ever blown.
What?
Valesa.
What are you
Hey,
talking
it was
about?
before we were together. He opened your heart. You definitely blew him.
A
Okay, all right,
geographically
well, whatever.
challenged, football-obsessed, donut-loving American. I
Okay.
didn't blow him at
Okay.
all. Okay, take it back.
To tell you this till later.
C'est une chaîne, non?
Grandmother died.
What? When?
Yeah, my dad texted me right before we ate. He's been expecting it. You know, she lived a long time, had a great... was a nurse in the war. She took care of all of us. Once Grandpa died, she got kind of ornery.
How long were they married?
74 years.
How is that even possible?
Will be 98.
Oh.
You don't want to live that on.
I'm gonna be able to put up with you.
Go to school on his horse. Right?
Oh, that's so
I know. When they
romantic.
screwed up, at some point, I told him, "Hey, Dad, you're an orphan now."
Imagining you in a suit, clean-shaven for once, holding hands with the girls.
You women just live longer, so.
The flights.
No, the truth is, it'd be simpler to go alone.
Be able to put up with me for another 56 more years.
Looking forward to it.
Shit, you're really working it.
Your sex ages like a fine wine.
Remember the bodies, you know, caught in their sleeves, still lovingly holding each other.
Being buried alive under molten ash. That's what you're thinking about.
It was little kids sleeping between them.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted you to say something romantic, and you blew it.
Oh, no.
Byzantine era. It's like 1,000 years old.
Can we go in?
Yeah. I think Japanese monks, you know, they're deep.
Then I'll never suck another Turkish cock.
Oh, I forgot you're a closet Christian. Is it really bad to make blowjob jokes in a church? The girls they'd be all like, they're getting married, even if it was Pinocchio and his dad.
What about me would you like to change?
Answer on that.
What do you mean? There's not one thing you'd
The
like to
bad
change
question.
about me?
For you to stop trying to change me.
Very skilled manipulator.
Well, here we go. Let's go through here.
I don't think you do, actually. Helium and I'm breathing oxygen.
What makes you say that?
And
Come on,
to
I'm
truly
just being
connect and you
myself.
make a joke.
Come on. If
He
we're ever gonna
started it.
truly...
He had 9 months to live. He was always so worried about money. And now his thought was great. And then he was finally able to enjoy everything about life, even like being died a long time ago.
Share story.
I had this dream where I was reading...
Flying around like a superhero, breaking through walls.
I'm gonna try to make your dreams come true.
Husband gave me your book on our first date, and then when your second book came out,
Yes, of course. The artwork.
could you sign them too?
Me?
Yes, you're the real Madeleine, right?
Me at all. He's got a big imagination.
Lying.
In a book I didn't write. It doesn't
She'd be
make-
happy to.
Okay.
Great, thank you.
Massage. Any view that I am interested in. That's right. You know.
That Nina and Ella jumping on my head.
To wake up to that sound.
And they'll exhaust after pass out.
It's an emergency only. I hope the girls will call you from Chicago when he lands.
You just hand me the phone. You know what
Well,
I'm
he said they were boarding.
What did you the luck with your mom?
Americans just swipe it under the carpet and act as
why-
if it didn't happen.
Why put it into his head?
Her husband a long time ago. Or should I say he fucked me?
Waited in the mud.
Mom is a drunk and abusive psychologically.
Don't say that.
Sometimes you say things that just go too far.
Okay, you should have dealt with it a little better back then. She wouldn't have hated us so much, okay? Miserable, all right? How can I take that job now?
Okay. The choice you're making to look at it like that, all right?
Of women to be the nurturer. Naturally feel bad about everything. And you give me that look
It's
that I forgot to
okay.
put in the... Yeah, it's always my fault.
Yeah, right.
And explore for eternity in the vast garden of sacrifice.
Sign from God.
It's important to gays or contraception to women's rights. Bigger than me, this means more than me.
Feminist space.
Nobel Committee is taking note. A full-time job carrying that much feminine oppression.
It is.
You suffered trenches of the Sorbonne in the post-feminist era.
You're an asshole. No, I
Yeah,
want
he's
to make sure
literal.
we're able to find it.
Spending this evening, I mean, this is what you want to do tonight?
Well, you started it.
An unemotional, rational conversation. I mean, do you think we could do that?
Part of the one and only rational
Let's
one.
remove
And
the
I'm
emotional one.
irrational, hysterical, big perspective, which means everything you say is level-headed and true. To war for no reason, corporate heads deciding to wreck the environment.
His life would be helped by a more consistent presence by you and me. Huh? Do you think?
Both parents. And they know I go all about it, man.
And I was giving birth and almost dying to legally move Henry out of New York.
Is there any way that you could be happy in the U.S.?
Terrible job.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
No.
Why am I the one that...
Talk about it. Can you be my friend for like 2 seconds so we can talk? And I just want to go get him.
Opportunity to be with him every day of his childhood. You just did. You got divorced.
Divorce is good, I
You
think.
want me to quit my job and give
They're
up
going to
everything I've been
argue
working
about
towards
it
all these years,
every day.
just 30 days a semester, and I don't think it's worth it for us to change our
But he's the one getting kicked in the teeth.
Of course, he would have been raised by two miserable parents.
Stop it.
Okay? Okay. I moved to New York
Actually, miss
for
her.
2 years.
Stop it. If you don't want to move back to the States, we won't.
As a family, or what?
In a threatening mode.
Passive-aggressive threat in everything you say. Anything that could diminish your status in our relationship.
You're of Crazy Town. Do you know that? You are.
You know what I think? I think you need to move.
Yeah, avoiding the question.
I'm gonna lose you and the girls? No. Why do you make everything so difficult?
Spend the last 6 weeks here, and they act all happy, but they actually talk about how angry they are. Being both you and your sons pee off the toilet seat while you talk to your fellow novelists. Blah, 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 blah. No,
He's
you're a
making money,
genius.
I mean.
And then you
If
suggest
he's
that
making
maybe I
money,
should
then
give up
keep
my
doing
new
it.
job, just because I have doubts doesn't mean I don't want it.
Okay.
All right, but why do you care? Every day you go, you would never let me pack the girls. Yeah, no shoes and plenty of dirty underwear.
all right.
And problems because I don't. I barely have time to
Predicting.
think.
Just have to tune up the string section.
Associate thoughts with the smell of shit.
Good line. I'm gonna use that in a book someday.
You shouldn't have hooked up with a writer, all right? B, you weren't in the last book or the one upon Housewife. And I picked them up. That's fair. That's our deal. Sorry if this summer's vacation
Yes,
is
blaming his
vacation, 'cause
other-
all I've seen you do is frolic in the sea.
Unload the dishwasher. Little fairies, sunscreen the kids. Little fairies who make Greek salad that you eat like a pig.
Kids, you take care of your
I mean,
friends.
the father provide, I mean, it's a depend on.
This for years.
You have to work together, I mean.
Have you ever booked a babysitter ever in your entire life? No. And I make dinner, I give bath, and I read bedtime stories.
Yeah, well, when the money is
When you get
coming in,
inspired, I like to do it.
who is the
But I don't
breadwinner
get
in
to.
this
There's
family?
Time to complain about 8 hours a day. I mean, I took 1/8 of the energy that you spend on bitching, wine. Django Reinhardt.
That inside, bruh.
You forgot your shoes.
Yeah, I saw.
Like for an active or passionate woman to have a child. I never wanted to hurt them once, but I thought about ending it all for myself. 100 to stupid book tour or because of Henry's custody, and I didn't want to be a burden.
An oven.
Don't play with words. You know what I know the guilt a mother feel when she doesn't know what to do?
Do you think you have sole ownership of that feeling?
They all want to turn me into a submissive housewife.
To fit your head into a toaster than to turn you into anything submissive.
Instinct that kicks in like a female baboon.
Why did she get pregnant
I have
then?
no-
If she didn't want kids.
I even say it to you because I felt so ashamed to be so clueless.
You did. Well, you did a good job faking it.
Sleep was to drag that stupid double stroller down the stairs. The reason why the guy didn't attack me is that I look so pathetic, just much.
Because they were happy. You know, one of them had this petty jealousy and selfishness. Yeah. And I remember thinking, a little dissatisfied, perpetually discontented.
The human state is multiple. I mean, if that's what you see when you life and not letting anyone step on them or take away what they want.
You only end up hurting yourself, your work, the kids.
You write in your books, people come up to me and think I make love to some wildcat Henry. You have sex
Uh-huh.
the exact
It's
same way.
actually boring.
Every titty. Pussy. Been meaning to
Why
tell you
didn't
that lately.
she didn't say anything?
I was expecting something quaint like the real Grease.
This place is
What the
pretty.
heck? A couple's massage? What's that? That sounds sleazy to me, right?
Don't have to do it!
Your cell phone supposedly broke that night. How convenient. Swear on our kids you didn't that lady from the bookstore. Not the jealous type, but I just want to know, okay? Be a man and admit the truth.
Emily?
I got nothing. Good luck finding somebody else to put up with your for more than like 6 months. I know you're not going to change, and I don't want you
Actually
to. It's called
crazy.
accepting you for being you.
And Big Al, that little Emily Bronte girl.
Okay, I don't know what what
So right. The Grand Commander is the deepest message of...
is a resounding yes.
Thank you very much.
Do I ever ask you about the time you went to go visit your old boss works? And I guarantee that you at least blew that guy. But I also know that you lie with you being a complicated
Cheating,
human
Andy.
being. I don't want to live a boring life in a box that others created because that is a
So
bunch of
bad.
stifling.
I don't think I love you anymore. I'm not in the mood. I came here to be alone.
Hey, listen, I've just been checking you looking woman in this place.
Thank you. Mistaking me for someone else.
No. We even fell in love.
One who had respect for who I was.
No respect anymore for him then.
See, I know I'm a time traveler. Just like I said I would.
Save me from what?
Do you vaguely remember the sweet romantic one that you met on a train? Or even more beautiful than I remember?
Get in my panties, and next thing I know, I'm buying peanut butter in Chicago.
No, it is.
Understand? 82-year-old self who gave me a letter to read.
How's my French ass?
Nice. I am writing to you from the other side of the
The
woods.
side of the woods. What fucking woods? What are you talking about?
May I
Okay.
please continue?
Interrupting Andy.
Yes, young, and he will be your escort, and being present even with those he loves the most. Deeply sorry. During the best years of your life. Looking back from where I sit now, a bit more difficult than when you were 12 and Matthew. Geez, how deep is your love?
He actually got
Celine,
some
you will be fine. And icons of feminism.
Nice one.
Financial tips and some horoscope stuff. Okay, here it is. Sex of my life happened one night. Japanese sexual being went to a new, groundbreaking level.
See, can you stop this stupid game? One of your stories.
so bad at writing.
Figured you didn't mean it, but if you did, then you're just like the little girls and everybody else. You want to live inside some fairy. I tell you that I love you unconditionally. I tell you that you're beautiful. I'm trying to make you laugh. I'm just some dog who's going to keep coming back. Then you're wrong. This is real life. It's
Yeah,
not perfect,
manipulating
but it's
Andy.
real. And
Alright, it's over then.
So what about this time machine? I have to get naked to operate it.
it closed just they don't travel well through the whole space-time continuum.
He's so smart. Space-time.
Continuum.
I guess
You know,
they're
something
back.
I've been thinking about could be tonight that you're still talking about in your 80s.
It'd have been one hell of a night we're about to have.
That's how you end. That's pretty good movie. Yes, that was the end of the trilogy then. Okay. I definitely like this one better than the other two though. It's much more passionate, I think.